So I'm Marc Villanova. I'm a sound and visual artist from Barcelona, and I work normally with expanded sculptures, like big projects that works especially with sound. I work a lot with listening, and especially listening to those sounds or vibrations that we cannot perceive, that go beyond our senses. And I like to explore the nature that surrounds us that we cannot access because we have limited senses to perceive nature. So working with these hidden voices or these sounds that we cannot perceive, it was very clear for me that I also wanted to work of the sound that happens under the water, which is also silent, something that we don't perceive because it's below the water, right? There are a lot of relationships based on sound on the seas. No, many species, they relate to sound to communicate, to survive, to share information, and they've been doing that for millions of years, even before we arrived to this world. So for me, it's a kind of a natural line of work to keep pushing my own research, to listen and to work on the sound pollution that we are doing under the sea. So the project will be based at the Zealand Delta. A delta has this special place where fresh water and salty water merge. And one example is that different salinities have a different propagation properties of sound. So sound reverberates differently depending on if it's more salty or less salty water. And for example, some fish, they can hear that. They hear the reverberation of the sound depending on the salinity, and they know if they're entering salty or fresh waters. I found this really inspiring how refined is this sensibility of the fish, and how it's in contraposition of the huge industrial or huge infrastructure that human make in these kind of places. No, like in this delta, you have these huge digs, or you have wind farms, or you have these huge ports. This contrast of having something very sensible and very refined in their environment, and having something very massive that doesn't hear to what is affecting to.